Hey, y'all, come on in the kitchen today. I want you to look up here on my cutting board, y'all. I got more dough than an armored car. Today's show is all about Italian cooking. I called in my favorite Savannah pizza maker, Patrick, to come in and help me with a baked and fried calzone. That is one fat calzone.
It sure is.
He also is gonna chip in to help with the Cioppino seafood stew.
Ooh, that smells delicious.
And then we top it all off with an Italian dessert staple, chocolate-dipped cannolis.
Cheers.
Cheers. Patrick is from Vinnie Van Gogo's, one of the local favorite pizza parlors here in town.
Absolutely. You may know Southern cooking, but you know, we're going to show you a little bit of the Italian today.
I think that's great. I can't wait.
Grab a little piece of dough here, get it all good and covered in flour so it doesn't stick to your hands. Just beat right into it there.
With your knuckles?
Yep. We're going to be making some calzones with this.
Okay.
You could also do this to make dough for the pizza pies. And so once you got that slapped out into a nice little circle there, and just pick it up, put it in the palm of your hand there. And basically what we're going to do is just slap it out so we can get it nice and thin. And so little quarter turns every time you go back and forth here. Make sure your fingers stay together. That way you won't rip the dough.
Oh. Yours is getting real much bigger than mine.
And then once you get really good...
Oh, my rings are tearing up.
We'll just use mine. How about that? Oh, see, there you go. So we've got a nice circle of dough here.
Now, is that just for one calzone?
That's for 2 calzones, actually.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's a lot of dough.
Yeah, we're gonna need a few things to put inside of it, though.
Okay.
So we'll make a little ricotta cheese mixture to put in there first. All that is about a pound of ricotta, 3 tablespoons of basil, and 3 tablespoons of oregano. And what we've got here is a little concoction that we call duck butter, a mixture of garlic and olive oil, and we'll take a tablespoon of that. Why don't you mix this up, and then we'll start over here on some pesto to dip your calzone in it as you're eating it. And the pesto is just a couple of cloves of garlic, and then 1/3 of a pound of fresh basil, 2 cups of pine nuts, 1 3/4 cups of shredded Parmesan, and then 1.5 cups of olive oil. So we're just gonna start that to blending.
Okay.
And we're gonna slowly add our olive oil. See that start to firm up?
There we go. It's knocking around now, isn't it?
So now that we've got our ricotta and our pesto all finished up, we're just gonna take them back over here. We're gonna spread on a decent amount onto our dough here.
How about my side?
Oh, I'm sorry. A gentleman should always spread ricotta for a lady. That's so I've been told.
Yeah, don't forget my ricotta. What are you gonna put on your side? I think I know what I'm gonna put on mine.
Well, one of my favorites, and this is one of the most popular ones at the restaurant, is a little sausage, a little mushroom, and some onions in my calzone.
But, and what kind of sausage is that?
It's just some spicy Italian sausage, and you want to cook it before you put it in. That's crucial.
This has
been cooked.
Been cooked and drained.
So we're just gonna grab a nice handful of that. And some mushrooms. I don't know what you want to put in yours.
Okay, that's about what I'd like. I love spinach, believe it or not.
Some onions. Oh,
Yes, I love fresh spinach. So I think I'm gonna bed mine down, and that can kind of act as a grease absorber.
Absolutely.
For my sausage. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. And our cheeses are...
We've got some shredded Parmesan and some shredded mozzarella here. And we're just gonna grab a little bit of the parm.
And, you know, I like the same thing that you did. I just, you know, like the spinach, too. And I like the onions. Am I too close to the edge over here, Patrick?
You want to leave a little bit of room. We're just going to stretch it all out, and then a big handful of mozzarella.
Okay, I really like the mozzarella.
We've got our toppings down. We just want to take the back edge, stretch it out. We're gonna fold that over, a little half moon, and then we're just gonna press down the edges there. So we get a nice seal, and you wanna make sure you've got it good and sealed up, because once
you
it
don't
goes
have
in
to
the
wet
oven,
it?
Nope, you don't have to wet it. You just gotta press it down.
That is one fat calzone.
It sure is. That's gonna be good. And so
Mine might be a little fatter. Yes.
You want to make sure you've got a good seal, because
seal.
once it heats up, the air that's left inside of there will stretch at the dough and blow it up a little bit. The cheese will all leak
It'll
out
all
before you
ooze
had
out,
it.
and I would be so unhappy.
I know it.
If my calzone came to the table and the cheese was gone.
It's a crime. So we're just gonna follow that seam that we made with our pizza cutter.
Y'all always make 2 at the time?
Well, we try to get 2 out of each dough, but I mean, sometimes if people only order 1, then we only make them 1.
That is ever more beautiful piece of dough, Patrick.
Absolutely, good enough to eat.
Good enough
and,
to eat.
So once we've got that, we just want to pick it up by the edge there, give it a little shake so that there's some air in there, and then we'll take it.
That is a beauty.
We're just gonna take this, we're gonna throw
Put it on our stone.
right onto the stone in there.
We have our oven set at 550 degrees.
It'll just bake right up, nice and brown, and then you wanna throw yours in the fryer?
I would love to throw mine in the fryer.
Well, then let's give that a try. If you're gonna deep fry it, you wanna have a little bit of an egg wash on there. So we'll brush that on.
Okie doke.
Get it nice and coated there. And then we will scoop that up into this guy.
That's a big calzone.
It sure
Patrick.
is. Ease that into the deep fryer.
I had the peanut oil preheated at 350 degrees. Okay, that's looking mighty fine.
That is gonna be all right.
There's no way I can eat that whole thing by myself, or can I? Come back and find out. Coming up, Patrick and I are gonna dig into both the baked and fried calzones.
Oh, that's good.
Then we get started on the vegetables for the Cioppino stew. Oh, no, baby, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, you tell me what to do and I'm more than happy to do it.
And later, y'all, an Italian dessert nobody can resist. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey, y'all, we're back, and I'm in here in the kitchen today with a guest chef from one of the local favorite pizza parlors. This is Patrick, y'all, and he works at Vinnie Van Gogo's. Well, we have made 2 different calzones. One we baked in the oven, one we deep fried. We've just pulled him out, so you ready to get our other calzone
this baked
out?
one is all finished up. Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, he looks delicious. And you can see we baked him on a pizza stone. I'll let you use my granny spatula.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the date on that. Patrick, 1945.
Wow.
My grandmother used that in her restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So scoop this up.
Okey-doke.
Oh, yeah.
And let me get this stone out of your way. And you can pull that over. And we're gonna taste. Look at the difference now, y'all, between the deep fried and the baked. These look fabulous.
Oh, they do. I'm ready to eat.
I think I'm just gonna use my pizza
I'll just use
wheel on this and cut us off a piece.
Fork and knife.
And is that knife gonna work for you?
Oh, yeah.
Look in there, y'all.
Give you a piece of mine.
Okay,
Oh, these are perfect.
okay. Give you a piece of mine. All right, let's dig in.
I'm ready. We've got a little bit of pesto here and a little bit of marinara if you want to try to dip some. Oh, that's good.
I think the baked, Patrick, I'm just gonna pick up and eat it like
it
I
like a
would a
sandwich, sure.
yeah. Oh gosh, they're both really, really good, Patrick. Well, come on down here with me because I've got a recipe that I want to share with you, and it's called Cioppino. It started in San Francisco.
Great place for food.
Yes. And as the fishermen would get in, they'd say, well, let's get together and cook up something. And they'd say, you chip in this and I'll chip in that.
And so everyone just threw something into the pot.
You chipped it in.
Yeah.
So it's called Cioppino.
Sounds Italian.
Cioppino. It does sound Italian, doesn't it? All right, now I'm gonna put you to work. We need this 1 onion diced. We've got a rib of celery and a little bit of fresh garlic. So I'm gonna get another knife. Oh, no, baby, I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, you're gonna do that one?
You get the onion.
Oh, thank you.
Just 'cause I'm the boss of this kitchen?
You tell me what to do and I'm more than happy to do it.
'Cause they burn my eyes. But you're not gonna have to worry about it. 'Cause guess what? These are onion goggles.
Really?
You see the foam around there so they seal off your eyes.
Oh, where have these been all my life?
All right, there you go.
All right. These look good on me?
You're ready to chop those onions.
No tears this time.
I'm gonna get me a cutting board and a knife, and I'll be working on the celery and the garlic while you're taking care of that onion, okay? All right, now I've about got my celery done over here. So let's put a few tablespoons of olive oil. Slice up a couple of cloves of garlic, and then we can just toss our vegetables in and our garlic. This is gonna be like, almost like a hard to take you seriously, Patrick. Anyway, this is gonna be almost like a vegetable soup stock or base.
Starting to smell good.
Oh yeah, you know, there is nothing like the smell of onions and peppers. All right, so I've got some ingredients over here that we're gonna add to that. I'm gonna put in about a half a cup roasted red peppers. I've got 4 cups of canned diced tomatoes with the juices. And I'm gonna add a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, about 1/3 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and I'm only adding a tablespoon of salt now because later on I'm gonna be adding some clam juice, and you know that can be really, really salty. A little black pepper. My hand has definitely gotten heavier.
Looking good.
Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna measure up about a half a cup of white wine. So let's see if I got that salty enough. Oh yeah, I think so. All right, so in with the wine. In with our 2 cups beef stock. And if you'll just stir that up, we're gonna just let that simmer. And when we come back, we're gonna start adding all those wonderful seafoods. So we'll see y'all back here in just a minute. Coming up, y'all, we prepare some crostinis for Cioppino. Got a lot of teenies going on, don't we? Then we add all the seafood for our stew. Doesn't that look delicious? And later, we top off our cannolis. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. So we're in here in the kitchen now, y'all. We've got our cioppini going, and now we're gonna make some crostini. We just got a lot of teenies going on, don't we? So as I cut this, if you would, Patrick, just take some of that fresh garlic and rub our bread with it.
Sort of infuse the bread with the flavor there?
Yes. You could chop it up and mix it in with the olive oil if you wanted to. It'd just be a little stronger. This is just gonna give you a hint. All right, so you do that. I said this wasn't an Italian dish. It didn't start in Italy, but the story goes that the fishermen that started this dish in San Francisco were indeed Italian.
Italian-American dish.
Yes. All right, now we're gonna bake these off after we oil them and salt and pepper them for about 10 minutes in the oven. And we're gonna use these to sop up that wonderful broth that's in our cioppino.
If it tastes as good as it smells, we won't want to waste any of it.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry.
I'm ready to eat.
Now you want to just brush those with the olive oil. Then add a little kosher salt and a little pepper. All right, so you got a good hold on that, don't you, Patrick?
Yep.
So I'm gonna be moving on down here. And ooh, I got the seafood smells. You wanna go ahead and pop that in the oven,
right
sweetie?
In the oven for you.
And that's gonna take about 10 minutes. And look at this. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? told you earlier that I was gonna watch out for our salt because I'm using clam juice. This is just about a cup, 8 ounces of clam juice. And you wanna give that a stir. And over here, I have some wonderfully fresh sea scallops. I have a nice white fish, and you'll wanna be careful that you use a white fish that will hold up for you, that it won't come apart. So I chose to go with halibut. And I also have a pound of shrimp and about 24 little clams that we're gonna throw in. You can certainly, you know, play around with this pot because remember, everybody was just chipping in whatever they had. So let's see what I wanna put in first. The fish is not gonna take long. Well, actually, nothing is gonna take long. I'm gonna throw in a half a pound of scallops first. And you can give those a stir. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drop in our fish. It'll be a pound of that. Our shrimps and clams are gonna take about 3 minutes. I'll put them in last so they won't overcook. Stir that in. It's a beautiful, beautiful dish, isn't it?
Sure is, all the colors in there.
And look at all that garlic. And you can see the fish is already starting to lose its transparent look. So let's go ahead now and toss in our shrimp. Now we have peeled and deveined our shrimp. These are 21, 26s. They're nice large shrimp. They'll cook about the same time that our clams take to cook. Let's just give that a little shake, Patrick. I'm worried about our fish tearing up. Now let's just cover that up. We're gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes. And when we come back, our toast should be ready. This'll be ready to bowl up and eat. Coming up, it's dessert Italian style.
Cheers.
Cheers. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Patrick and I have got our Cioppino ready. How about the crostini?
Let me just pull them out of the
take
oven.
a look at that.
Oh, they look perfect.
Oh, and look over here. Great time of day. Bring that over here, baby. We need that bread. Smell that.
Ooh, that smells delicious.
Smells like heavenly. And look, our seafoods are cooked perfectly. And look at our little clams. They're opened up and just beautiful. I'm gonna put just a little parsley on them, and I'm gonna squeeze just a little fresh lemon juice on them. Let's taste. You want to?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
To the Italians.
To the Italians.
God love them, honey. The seafood flavor is just
Outstanding.
incredible, isn't it? Whoa!
Well, those crostinis just do a great job of soaking up all those flavors,
Perfect,
too.
Mother. I love this.
Oh, this is great.
You can't have an Italian meal without a cannoli. So to make a cannoli, we have bought our shell just from the grocery store. That makes everything so simple. Now I've got 2/3 of a cup of fresh whipping cream, 1/3 of a cup of confectionate sugar, and 3 tablespoons of amaretto. And I've just whipped those together. And I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon to this.
Can I help you with that?
Yes. Toss in about a teaspoon of cinnamon. We don't want to overbeat it. That's great. All right, now we've got a cup of ricotta cheese right here. Oh, let's toss in our pistachios. 1/4 of a cup unsalted pistachio nuts. All right, stir that in, then fold in about half of our whipping cream. And, you know, I'm gonna be kind of gentle. Don't want it to deflate on us. All right, then we're gonna take the other half fold it in. All right, so we're just gonna fold that in. So we've got everything mixed together. Now let's take our pastry bags. We're not gonna have to put a tip in it or anything. We just wanna stuff our shells. All right, so there you go. There's your bag.
Thank you.
I'll load me up a bag. All right, so pick you up a shell, and we're just gonna squirt that filling right on into our shell. Pretty easy, isn't it?
Absolutely. The first time I've ever made a cannoli.
Really? Well, I bet it won't be the last.
Not now that I know how to do it.
All right, so we've got all those stuffed. So we're just gonna take our cannolis and we're just gonna dip them down in our chocolate.
If they weren't gonna be good before, they're gonna be even better now.
Look at that. Let's just sprinkle that end that has the chocolate with some more pistachio nuts. After a couple of hours in the refrigerator, they've gotten firm, okay? Well, I'll try the one with the goopy chocolate. Uh-oh. Some nuts fell off of that
Missed a
one.
spot. Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.